Today, we celebrate the inquisitive minds that question the norms of our times, challenge conventions, and boldly push boundaries to discover new possibilities. To truly change the present, let's embody the essence of this moment. Hello, everyone. I'm Meenal Singh Chandel, and I'll be your host for this elimination round. I would like to extend a warm welcome to all our wonderful innovators to this elimination round of TUP 9.0. So get ready with your ideas for a fierce battle of brains because the winners of today will move forward to a regional finale of the most prestigious B School competition in the country, the Ultimate Pitch Season 9. So let's get started. At Reliance, we are all about embracing fresh ideas and fostering innovation. It's in our DNA, which is subsequently reflected in each of our businesses and social initiatives. The Ultimate Pitch was born out of this exact spirit. It is a platform for curious minds and innovative minds who want to break away and showcase their next big idea to the world. This is TUP's ninth season, and let me tell you, it has been a journey like none other. We flagged off the competition physically in the top 15 B schools across the country. At each of these institutes, we were met with enthralling audiences. The insightful sessions led by our inspiring leaders were overtly captivating. But that was only the beginning. We then reached thousands of you through digital platforms and virtual events, making this contest a pan India celebration of ideas and innovation. Now, with absolute delight, I would want to show you all a sneak peek into our campus launches and launch premiere with this video. Wow, what a mesmerizing response TUP has had this year. We have had over 19,000 registrations, more than 1,500 idea submissions, and we now move into the elimination rounds. We thank you all for making it such a memorable launch. TUP Season 9 definitely kicked off with a bang. Enthusiastic innovators from all over the country registered to battle for the grand prize. Each one of the ideas submitted was unique, ambitious, and had a genuine intent for solving critical real world problems. Our evaluators worked around the clock to make sure that none of the submissions went unnoticed and shortlisted those ideas that had an extra edge over the others. Those exceptional teams with remarkable ideas have qualified for the elimination round of this ultimate competition. A big congratulations to the top 90 teams who have made it to the elimination round. Kudos to you all. Now, let's do a quick rundown of what's expected to happen. I shall be calling out the teams' names. We'll play their 3-minute video on the screen. Then the teams will get another 3 minutes to pitch their idea to the jury members here. This will be followed by a quick 4-minute Q&A round. And also, we request the teams to keep an eye on the timer. Post each team's presentation, we will have the jury take a minute to score the teams individually before we move to the next team. You will be judged on 5 parameters, which is your idea should be futuristic, practical, scalable, should challenge conventional wisdom, and have a strong business case. Now, for the winners, the national winners get a cash prize. We are also pleased to inform you that we have other rewards too. Elimination round winners and runner-up will receive 50,000 and 25,000 respectively, along with cool TUP merchandise. National finalists get mentored by CXOs, entrepreneurs of Reliance-owned startups, and all our national finalists will be awarded a pre-placement interview opportunity with Reliance Industries. So get up and give your best shot. But wait, what's competition without a jury, right? We have some of the top minds of Reliance with us today. They'll be closely assessing your presentations, evaluating your ideas, and will provide their inputs in the end of your presentations. So now it gives me immense pleasure to announce the jury for this elimination round. Mr. Piyush Gupta, Business Head NetMeds. We also have Mr. Vaibhav Jha, Senior General Manager, Strategic Initiatives at Chairman's Office. So let's get started. I would like to call upon the very first team, Team GALT from Goa Institute of Management.
Many students nowadays are facing three major challenges in the industry: not knowing where to access the necessary software, uncertainty about the tools that the companies are using, and unavailability of the free trials that gives an hand-on learning experience to the students. These gaps can create a significant disparity between academic learning and the real-world application of the softwares which are being implemented. So for this problem, we are providing a very useful solution known as Tech Allset.
Ever pondered the existence of a platform where you could sample industry-specific software before diving in with a full purchase? An arena where you could fine-tune your expertise before making a commitment? Well, the wait is over. Meet Tech Allset, the game changer in the world of technology, designed to bridge the gap between aspiration and expertise for professionals and students alike. Imagine signing up to Tech Allset. The process is seamless, straightforward, and opens up a world of possibilities. You are presented with an array of software from over 50 diverse fields, ranging from engineering to graphic design. Each software comes with a trial learning period of 3 to 6 months, enabling you to gain practical, industry-relevant skills. Tech Allset is not just a platform, it's a journey, a revolutionary approach to learning and development. But what does it take to sustain such a platform? Investment in technology, collaboration with software companies, and a commitment to providing a seamless and reliable experience for both users and company. Now, let's delve into the revenue model of Tech Allset. A three-pronged approach ensures the sustainability and success of the platform. First, users opting for trial access to software after the trial period will be charged half the cost incurred to bring the software on board. This fee includes certification for those scoring 60% or higher. For retests, a premium charge at 150% of the certification cost will apply, ensuring continued support for users striving for progress and seeking hiring assistance. Second, Tech Allset offers hiring services to companies eager to onboard individuals with specific software skills. The platform charges a commission for coordinating, conducting interviews, and providing hiring support, thereby facilitating a seamless process for both companies and skilled candidates. Lastly, for users interested in purchasing and obtaining full access to the software after the trial version, Tech Allset facilitates coordination with the company to offer a discounted rate. In this scenario, a commission is charged, creating a win-win situation for users and companies alike.
Tech Allset is not just a solution or a platform. It's the movement that enhance the education. It's empower the students and facilitate the collaboration between academia and the industry which the students are going in. Your support will be instrumental in making Tech Allset a driving force.
Lokesh, your mic is off. Lokesh, your mic is off.
Hi, I hope it's audible now.
Yes, audible.
Very good afternoon to all the jury members available. This is Team GALT from Goa Institute of Management. So after conducting a very primary research about 600 odd students from both undergraduate and postgraduate institutions around India, we came to find basic problems which students are facing nowadays. Firstly, they are very uncertain about the tools which are being used in the organization nowadays. Secondly, if they know the tools, the open AI might not give a better access to the softwares which is available, and the unavailability of the free trials which can lead to a non-hands-on experience to the students. So here we pitch in the idea of Tech Allset. Tech Allset is basically a centralized platform which aggregates both corporate and students. It develops skills of the students to be more happening and more enthusiastic entering the corporate. It's a direct connection for hiring for the corporates as well. and it's a streamlined model for the student to know how the corporate is running, what softwares are being utilized, and how it will be beneficial for them to grow over in the organization. Our mission and vision is very clear, that we want to develop the students first for the corporate, rather just going around and pitching what actually Power BI is, what actually software is, how it is utilized, and how it can cater to the needs of both corporate and student is our basic vision. And from this itself we cater our vision, that is, we want to have a seamless future where learning meets the expertise. Our revenue model is basic. It contains three basic structures. First, we'll be charging a basic trial software version fees. The software purchase can be made from our platform itself, and the hiring process for the companies can be done from the software itself. The cost incurred will be on the three basic parameters. First and the foremost important, the development cost of the platform. Second, the software licensing part of it. The website O&M, marketing and promotion plays a very vital role in the cost, and the customer support and the payment gateway, which we think is the major part of it. So what actually make Tech All Set what it is, that it is not just a money making software. It's majorly focused on fostering a symbiotic relationship between all the undergraduate and postgraduate students and what the industry demand is going now. Positioned between those, Tech All Set is a potential to transform both education and industry. So we would like to have all us on board on the same. Thank you.
Hi, team GLT. Good to hear of your idea. A couple of quick questions since we are again are all time. So, in your video, I heard something about the test being free and then retest being 150% of the
Yes.
cost, or something like that. What
Yes.
makes you think that charging a premium for retest, how is it going to work for the number of conversions that you'll have? Because you're kind of putting away a person from taking the test again. What?
Sir, when we conducted the primary research, we intentionally put in a question in that form, that what make you stay on the platform, what make you stay for that software. So the majority of them left the software after they purchase or after they get into it. So the retest part, why we are charging premium on that is because that over a period of time, students tend to lose interest in it. So if they actually want to gain success out of it, they can get it cleared on the first go itself. And if they want to get the certification, they can pay more.
So if they lose interest, then they're not going to buy, right?
Yes, sir.
And something in your present pitch, last question, and then I'll leave time for Weber to ask is, uh, what happens? You said you're training, and then the other in the revenue model is that they're buying the software, right? And then there's some commission to be had for
Yes.
you. What if they train here and they buy directly? How will you know? What's the mechanism for you to make sure that they're buying and you getting the commission?
Sir, we basically track all those activities which is happening inside the software, and we had some prerequisite verification for that particular front. So this is the main thing from which we can track the activities which is happening in the software itself.
And I want to add something. Like, sir, actually, we are providing the platform for software to showcase their software. So, what we are demanding from them is that they should provide us at discounted rate, so they we could work upon volume, so that we could get them volume softwares to sell, so that at discounted price. So that way we could work upon the price structure, so that the student should
Got it.
not go directly through the site but through us.
Understood. So you guys have anybody signed up yet? Is this, or is this just an idea right now?
Sir,
We are
currently it
working
is
on
just
it,
an
sir.
idea, but we are trying to work upon it and purchase our domain name also for that.
Okay. Weber? Thank you.
Yeah, thanks, Piyush. Good presentation. I'll have just one question. Do you have you studied what challenges you will face on the supply side? That is from the software developers who are actually making these softwares and selling it in the market, say the Microsoft or Adobe or Oracle. Have you thought
Yes, sir.
about that part of the value stream and what challenges are there and what could be the cost to engaging with them, etc.?
So the
So,
first
sir,
foremost
uh,
challenge that the company is facing is that they incur a huge marketing cost because individual software needs individual marketing cost. So what we are trying to give them a platform where they can showcase their software with less marketing cost, so that marketing and procure for them marketing cost could decrease, and for us we are able to get through one platform for whole software base. Lokesh, you
And
want to
one
add
more
something?
thing, I just want to add that majorly the maximum softwares which are being created by the organizations and conglomerates, they focuses on professionals and students tend to become that. So if they have experience of that platform from the beginning itself, then their sales tend to move up.
Yeah, no, your pitch is clear. I was trying to understand what challenges you anticipate. Okay, I think the time's up. So thank you. Thank you for being patient with us.
Thank you so very much,
Okay,
sir.
sir. Thank you.
All
Thank
the
you.
best.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, Team GALT. That was an extremely insightful presentation. Moving on, we are now ready for our next team, Team Elemente from SIBM Pune. Over to you.
Hi, my name is Dikshant Verma. Did you know that every year in India, 25 million babies are born who, for the first 6 months of their lives, are entirely dependent on their mothers for sufficient nutrition? But unfortunately, in our country, the exclusive breastfeeding rate is only 55%, which means that 11.25 million babies do not get that sufficient nutrition every year. So, how do we tackle this problem? Well, one of the ways is to basically give these babies infant nutrition products. But the problem with these products is they're just too expensive, which is why only 20% of these 11.25 million babies are able to afford it. What is the second option? Well, the second option is giving these babies diluted cow's milk. And this is where a major problem begins. You see, when compared with the mother's milk, cow's milk has 3 times the amount of protein while having the same amount of calories, which is why doctors advise parents to dilute the cow's milk in order to protect the child's kidneys from this excessive protein. But one of the key factors over here is missed, and that is when compared to the mother's milk, cow's milk has half the amount of vitamins and one-fifth the amount of iron, which are extremely essential nutrients important for a baby's growth. And when a baby does not get these nutrients, it leads to malnourishment. In fact, in our country, lack of nutrition contributes to 54% of the death caused under the age of 5. And this is exactly where our product comes into play. My product is the cow's milk modifier. It's a sachet which contains all those nutrients which gets diluted when a cow's milk is diluted. The way to use this product is you add this sachet to a diluted cow's milk and it elevates the level of diluted cow's milk to as close as possible to mother's milk. And all it costs is just 30 rupees. This is a very simple product and yet very powerful. It is a sachet which gives lives. Imagine that. I thank you for the opportunity. Esteemed members of the jury, a very good afternoon. What you just saw in the video was a brief of what cow's milk modifier is and the problem that it solves. Speaking of the same, you would be startled to know while India is one of the fastest growing major economies with a growing focus on infrastructure and overall development, out of every 3 children in the world who are malnourished, one is an Indian. In India, every year 7 to 8 lakh children under the age of 5 die. Children who will never see their sixth birthday. And the leading cause is malnourishment. And it all stems from the lack of nutrition for the infant. And that is the problem that cow's milk modifier is going to solve. You see, this product challenges the conventional wisdom. What happens in India is out of 25 million babies born annually, 9 million neither get sufficient milk feeds from their mothers, nor can they afford the infant formula products. So they are advised to dilute cow's milk and use it as a non-ideal alternative. And this hasn't been happening since the last decade of the century, but for centuries. What we are saying is you dilute the cow's milk. It is important to protect the infant's kidneys. So you do that. But you add cow's milk modifier before you feed it to the infant. Current perspective and wisdom that diluted cow's milk is sufficient for an infant is what we are challenging. So, what is a futuristic product? A product that brings about revolution, disruption, and innovation in an industry. A product capable of changing the course of an industry. Infant nutrition business in India is valued over $5 billion, growing at a CAGR of 5%. When you give a product to the people of India costing one ninth of what they're currently buying, equally good and possibly better in terms of its quality, it would for sure disrupt the infant nutrition market in India. While cow's milk modifier holds the potential to solve malnourishment, disrupt the infant nutrition market of India, it also makes a very strong business case. The three key factors that are bound to contribute to its success. Number one being the usability. The product demands only one extra step for the users, making it extremely convenient to imbibe in the daily routine of the consumers. Cost to consumer, while the infant formula products cost more than 240 rupees, some even costing rupees 270 per liter, this product would cost only 30 rupees, attracting infant formula users as well. And finally, the market. The market for this product in India is huge, with over 25 million babies being born, 45% of them needing alternative to mother's milk, and urbanization demanding top-up feeds. Cow's milk modifier won't just modify milk, it will modify the innocent lives of millions of infants by saving them, extending them, and nourishing them. Thank you.
Hi, Dikshant.
Hello, sir.
Good. That was a good pitch. Quick
Hi,
questions for
sorry,
you.
it took some time to unmute the mic. Yeah, Piyush, we can see you now. Um, so, Dikshant, amazing presentation. Quite impressive. The idea is also quite good. Do you have a competitor who is already doing it?
Sorry, sir, could you please repeat your question?
I'm saying, do you have a competitor who is already doing it?
No, sir. Currently in the Indian market, you have infant nutrition products which are supposed to be made by mixing them in water. But there is no major competitor who is modifying the existing cow's milk that is being given to infants. No major company does that.
Okay, so how long do you think is the gestation period for this product? And do you have a ready product with you?
As of now, we have done the research in terms of making the ingredients of the product, how the product will be manufactured, the costs regarding it, and we also have a go-to-market plan ready for the product. So I believe from the point of manufacturing to GTM would be a 6 months time frame where we can have test launches in rural as well as urban, and we have certain strategies already in mind in order to deploy the product in the market, which are primarily based on medical officers meeting the doctors and acting as the pivot.
So is it a novel idea across the world? I mean, globally, there is no one who's doing it, or it's not available in India?
Sir, actually, what happens in other countries where mothers are not able to breastfeed us? So, if you go to a country like, let's say, Europe, in Norway or Sweden, there people, have the disposable income to buy infant nutrition products. So, there is no need to modify a cow's milk. And when you go to, let's say, poorer countries like Nigeria or Rwanda, in countries over there, what they basically do is they mix sugar and water and feed the child. So there
So,
is
Dikshant,
no
what you're saying is there is no competition at the global level, right? Sorry to cut you, but we have very less time. Don't you think that the biggest challenge for you will be to get the certifications from, the health and safety department and FDA equivalent in India to launch this, and which is quite a long process and will require a lot of expertise to do.
Yes, sir. And I would be happy to share that we do have expertise on the field because on board we have people who worked in the infant nutrition business who have built products like Lactogen, NAN, who have also built products for like MAPLAN, which were there earlier. So we have the expertise, and it might be a tedious process, but the potential of the product really overshines that.
All right, sorry, Piyush, I took a lot of time, but I don't think 6 months is a realistic time frame. with this in mind. But yielding my ground to Piyush.
No, thanks for so couple of
Thank you,
questions for
sir.
you. Dikshant, you have the task of challenging the idea that cow's milk is not good enough. Okay. And to your point, and I'm going to cut through, I had a couple of questions, but I'll just kind of distill it. You said urban, rural. You talked about the Norwegian countries where they have disposable income and are able to buy, nutrition products for the babies. So by that logic, the urban India will be able to do the same, right? Lactogen, Cerelac, Naan, they will do that. They will prefer that. So you are left with the rural market. If we were to really go quickly through this, right? Now, rural, the challenge in my mind is yes, milk, cow's milk is diluted and fed to the baby. But what's the funda there? They say वो हजम नहीं होता है बच्चे को, right? Which could well be the element that you're talking about of excessive protein and therefore heavier on the kidney to digest, etc. What is your plan to convince the rural folk to dish out 30 rupees for a feed?
Sir, so basically, so they are in a habit of feeding cow's milk to their children, diluted cow's milk. And this primary knowledge of doing so basically comes from the doctors, right? So the first thing over here, it's not about convincing the people, it's about convincing the doctors, right? And the only reason doctors are suggesting doing so while knowing that cow's milk is not sufficient, because it's not just about calories and protein, it's also about vitamins like iron, zinc, DHA, etc., right? So it's about convincing the doctors. And since all the other alternatives are way too expensive for folks in the rural area to afford, when there is a product, right, which costs only 30 rupees, which will, take the price of 1 liter milk for a baby to 60 rupees, right? So when you have that product, it would be the doctors convincing the rural folks, the doctors convincing the people who visit them that this is the product that is actually healthier for your baby, right? The only reason they suggest cow's milk right now is because there is no alternative, and the
Understood.
one alternative that exists, yeah.
Understood. So your plan is to work the market through the doctors. Yeah.
Yes, sir. In fact, because of the IMS Act that is there, that is the only way to go about. Yeah.
Correct. You're not allowed to advertise. You're not allowed to formally say that this is better than mother's milk in any way. So in my mind, you'll have that
No,
as a
no.
challenge. They'll have that in your plan as a challenge, trying to convince the mothers in the rural area through the doctors at whatever the network you'll need to reach out to those doctors and get them on your side. But yeah, thank you. And we've, I think, run out of time. So thank you for a good presentation and all the way best.
Uh, Thank you. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you so much, Dikshant. You were absolutely fabulous. Now, before we move on, let's allow our jury a minute to complete scoring the teams. While they make their assessments, why not we have some fun? We'll have an interesting trivia question about Reliance. All you got to do is try to guess the answers in the comment section here. The first person to answer correctly gets our amazing TUP merchandise. So, are we ready? Here we go. Team, can we have the question, please? All right. Once you have guessed it right, you are the winner here. Please reach out to us on our social media handles or write it to us at support@unstop.com. Moving on, we are now ready for our next team. I'd like to call upon Harsh and team from SP Jain Mumbai.
It is scary how an employee on an average spends about 28% of his time in managing the emails. In fact, Forbes released an article of CEOs complaining about how these 100 plus mails every day are like an antagonist of a productive work culture. Here comes Easy Mail, with the aim to claw back our time from managing our inbox so that we can focus on profit-making activities. It is an application that works on both desktop and mobile phones and is connected to your inbox. EasyMail harnesses artificial intelligence to provide three key features. The first one is simplification, as you can see. Our interface is the same as a regular inbox, but more colorful, and each mail is greatly reduced to only contain the important points of the email. An expand button can open up the original email if you wish. Second is prioritization. It simply prioritizes the mails based on past conversations, designation of the sender, meeting invite, and many other variables. The third and the favorite one is generation. The skeletal structure can be generated with placeholders to enter data so that right when you want to reply, a structure is already there and you can save time by focus only on the data to be included and format the mail if you wish. I would like Muzaffar to take over to talk about the advantages and the cost structure and strategy. Over to you, Muzaffar.
Hello, everyone. Our product has a clear demand in the market. Even our closest competitor, Ask Brian, does not use the same features as we will. Moreover, our technology has not yet been incorporated in major firms. Our major costs would comprise four components as mentioned on the screen. We have made a model based on a predicted 100,000 users for which our yearly investment would be around 31 crores. This only seems a high figure due to the number of users that we are targeting. We will be close to a break even in fixed costs with just 20% of paid users out of the 100,000. Our revenue model is based on a free demo plan for 80% of our users in our first year and yearly regression in demo users in later years. These discounts would regress in tranches based on the number of users offered by every company on a 3-year basis. It is very likely that if we are able to provide services for more than 3 years, our clients would not mind paying for 100% users from the 4th year onwards. To market a product, we will also give a free demo for a 2-month period to first-time users if a client's portfolio is less than 200. This would help us penetrate startup-based businesses. Even with a conservative approach, we expect to gain revenues higher than our fixed costs from the second year itself. We also plan to delve into a cloud-based team communication platform for corporates in our later years. This would ensure timely diversification and growth. Thank you.
Don't skip email, friends. Read them more efficiently. Thank you.
Good afternoon. Psychological stress is as dangerous a contributor as obesity or substance abuse in terms of elevating risk of cardiovascular diseases. According to a study by McKinsey, emails take up a valuable 28% of our working time. It greatly affects our mental state. Though through a minuscule effect, our mission is to introduce tools that reduce these stress levels of corporate employees and increase the productivity, efficiency, and mental well-being. Now enters EasyMail, an AI-powered inbox enhancing tool that includes features such as email simplification, prioritization, and generation as shown in the email. This tool has a lot of hidden benefits. Not only will it reduce its employee stress levels, it will also give them time to direct the same time towards profit promoting activities. It will also give them time to upskill and become a more indispensable individual, promoting overall job stability. And how do we intend to introduce it to the market? We plan to implement a two-fold sales strategy for large.
Hello, I'm sorry I was on mute. So we plan to implement a two-fold sales strategy. For larger corporations, our approach involves offering our product at substantial discounts based on user volume, with discounts gradually decreasing each year. For instance, during the initial year, 80% of users would receive a free demo version, followed by 60% in the second year, 30% in the third year, and full pricing thereafter. Secondly, to target smaller scale organizations, we intend to provide a free demo for all users if their portfolio is less than 200. This demo would last for a period of 2 months. To attain a promotion of our product effectively, we will kickstart our marketing efforts through webinars and workshops. Additionally, we'll actively participate in networking events, including regularly held alumni gatherings from our college. Segmented social media messaging and content marketing on relevant portals will also play a pivotal role in our initial phase. As we progress, we plan to delve into field sales for a B2B model as a strategic move for growth. Let us now address the importance of data security.
Data protection has gone from a value to a necessary trait for digital products. Many guidelines, such as India's Digital Personal Data Protection Act, ensures that user data is safe and secure in storage and use. Our product ensures that only the necessary amount of data is retained in order to generate the output that serves the product's purpose. With the right team of professionals and the backing and expertise of a giant like Reliance, we aim to have a robust data security system in place. But why will we really succeed?
Successful pilot programs in major corporates can help us reach the minimum scale of viability. In a matter of time, when the direct benefits of productivity, efficiency, and mental well-being kicks in, the dependency on our tool will keep increasing. The tool is attractive from an economic perspective as well. While companies happily pay thousands of rupees per employee to subscribe for certain software, such as our studio, our tool comes just at 100 rupees per month. It is a highly scalable model, and it is also a great way for companies to show we care for you. Thank you.
Hi, good presentation, guys. Just a quick question before Vaibhav can go with his questions. What's the prime positioning that you are doing for your product? It seems to me more around stress and employee or the user focus versus the corporate perspective. Because a company could well take a view that I understand and appreciate the stress levels, etc., that need to be minimized. But when they do a cost benefit, uh, are you not positioning it on a weaker wicket than going after something which is more beneficial to the corporate? What's your view about that?
Guys, can I take this up? So, what we feel is these days, as Gen Z employees are also coming up, they do not have that mental fortitude as our folks which have joined previously did. Now, mental well-being is actually at the forefront of one of the issues, and you can see numerous complaints. I think not just promoting, we are trying to reach out to large corporates, right, and ask them, okay, hey, just try this out as a pilot program. Though we are focusing on mental stress, mental well-being, and reducing stress, it will translate into efficiency and productivity eventually, because large emails not only take a lot of time, it also takes a lot of focus and energy. So our prime positioning will be around reducing mental stress, which will translate into multiple hidden benefits.
And what's the commercial model that you guys are thinking?
So, as I'll take this question. So, as I said, we are targeting large corporations, and per user, we will be charging them 100 rupees. But during our initial phase, we will give free demo versions for a major chunk of our clients. Around 80% of our clients, 80% of our users would get a demo version per company, and we would charge 100 rupees per month per user.
So if I may interject, if you think about it, if 1,000 people need to enroll in a program through a company, let's say ZS Associates, consulting firms majorly, which have a lot of emails, it will be 1 lakh rupees for 1,000 employees, right? Even for one company. And we're trying to put our entire market strategy in Salesforce might directed towards corporate initially. We're not trying to go towards individual at all in the initial phase.
Okay, thanks, Vaibhav.
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah, sorry. Quick question. Why do you think that the Googles of the world will not do a better job at it, and there is a space for a new product, doing this thing what you are proposing?
Uh, Vaibhav sir, we did check a lot of our competitors. Though the stage of this industry is still nascent in terms of email simplification, there are tools right now. There are tools, but they give individual functionality. I would say, even as a corporate employee who's worked at ZS, I don't think these tools such as EasyMail are not EasyMail. There are different email generators that are not ready for a corporate setting for all employees to uniformly use. We are trying to combine three, four of the major aspects of the issue at hand related to managing emails
Tools
into
like,
one software.
okay, go ahead.
Yeah,
If I
we
may just, can I add on your point, Harsh? So I was saying that the industry is still at a very niche stage. So it has not even reached a growth phase. We are still at the early adopters. So even if we have existing competitors, they won't necessarily have a first movers advantage because there is a good load of consumer acquisition left to achieve.
Yeah, just check out what Google and Outlook are doing in this respect, and maybe you will learn more about what is happening in the industry in B2B side, not B2C, on the corporate side. Okay, thank you. Good presentation. All the best.
thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, team. That was really, really amazing and a very insightful presentation. Moving on, we are now ready for our next presentation, and I would like to call upon the next team, the 4 a.m. Club from Goa Institute of Management.
Hi everyone. So XT as an energy short as mentioned. has many advantages. First comes the portability. You can carry anywhere, wherever you want. And secondly is the cost effective. That's what it distincts from regular coffee or high priced energy drinks. The anticipation cost for the XT will be priced at rupees 10. Third is the instant boost, as 90 milligrams of caffeine can give you a 2-3 hours of instant boost. And also, we have decided that it will become in two variants, XT and XT Black. So XT Black will act as a sugar-free alternative. These are the below ingredients that it will contain. First is coffee beans. Second is taurine. Taurine is available in energy drinks as well. And third is B vitamins, which is used to reduce fatigueness, increases energy and metabolism. And if we talk about the target market, the major target market will be Karnataka, because Kurg has been considered as the primary source for coffee, and also there are a presence of a majority of the urban centers in Karnataka. After that, followed by Delhi as the second target market, given the significant number of working professionals from neighboring state commute to the city for employment opportunities. Third is Mumbai, and then followed by Gujarat. If we talk about the competitor analysis, XT is one of the unique product in India, but similar type of product has been launched outside India. First is Buzz Bites, and second is Whoosh Energy Mints. If we do a ingredient wise analysis and compare, so Buzz Bites contains 100 milligram of caffeine. Whoosh Energy contains 100 milligram of caffeine as well, and XT will contain 90 milligram of caffeine. It will contain all the similar ingredients as offered by the other competitors. Now, if we talk about the implementation plan, if we will divide in pre-launch, launch, and post-launch. Pre-launch will, in for a month of 1 to 6, we will be working with food scientists or a product developer to finalize the energy candy formula. Second, we will have a launch period where we will see that a product complies with food and health regulations. We will set up production and distribution channels to have a sufficient inventory launch. We will also develop a marketing campaign in India, as it's a new product. So we will be implementing a series of coming soon ad. And in the post launch, we will gather feedback from the customers. We will expand the distribution. So that's all about it.
So, Vaibhav, thanks. That was a good presentation. Just a quick question for you. If this is already being sold globally, right? One, how is it an original idea? Second, what keeps from anybody else tying up with those foreign vendors, or they themselves deciding to come here with the original formula?
As I have dig a deep dive on on about the fresh Buzz Bites and Fush Energy Mints, what I have noted, like they have not successfully positioned their product. There has not been much revenue generation, so it is very less likely like company from India will merge with them and launch a new product.
So that worries me a little bit more, because you're saying in countries, I don't know which country they are prevalent, but I'm assuming US, where there's coffee consumption is way more than tea. They are finding it difficult to convert, whereas in India, where tea consumption is way more than coffee, uh, how do you think it's a great opportunity, apart from an
Correct.
idea that already exists?
Correct, sir. So, what I have noted that in America, the Buzz Boys is launched as a medical product, not as a go-to candy. So people perceive it as like a medical, like they need some approval to get that candy. So we will position as a go-to. your local store. You can buy anytime you want. You can carry anywhere. You don't require a certain kind of approval to have it. So maybe that's the thing, what separate us, what separate Indian market with American market.
How much is the price overseas? How much are they selling for? Because you said 10 rupees. To get 90 grams of caffeine concentrated, is it viable at
Uh,
10 rupees?
Yes, sir. So I have done a cost analysis, and specifically if I talk about bus bite, it amounts to 0.50 cents, 0.5 cents, but it comes with four candies. It it has a box, and it box amounts for 0.5 cents. And so if I talk about individual candy, I think 10 rupees will suffice.
Fair enough.
Thanks, Piyush. Good presentation. So tell me, do you have the product ready, or it is still something which is on paper?
The product is still not ready, but I have worked on it and I've understand the formula. It can be made easily. It does not require some high skills. It can be made easily, but it is not yet ready.
Okay. So basically, you have tested, or not even tested, but you have got some sort of ingredient understanding, and then you will actually start testing it and finding out what will work, right?
Yes, sir.
Because it's not just the ingredient, it's also the taste, because you're selling it as candy. It should
Correct.
taste good and all
So
that.
for the
Okay.
taste,
So I am a very frequent user of energy gels and stuff like those. So even in India, there are quite a bit of products which are available of this kind, which are called, I think they're called energy chews, right? So
okay.
which are not medical, but it's purely for sports and athletics.
Uh,
So, anyways,
yeah.
that's all from me. Sorry, you had to say something. You can mention it now.
So sir, what I am planning for the X day is like to position as a normal candy, like what Pulse Candy did. So it should be a go-to business, like everyone should carry. It should not be perceived as a like a caffeine candy. We should. There is a subtle marketing that I'm planning as well. That it could act as a smell remover after consumption of alcohol or cigarette. So people you can use on that note as well. So yeah.
So, you are basically what you're saying is you're going to sell a candy, right?
Correct.
And you want to keep silent about the energy part of it, basically.
No, energy will be the main focus, but the subtle marketing could be of like acting as a smell remover for after consumption of alcohol or cigarettes. That would be a subtle
All
thing.
right. Okay. So that's
Yeah.
all from me. Thank you. All the best.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Vaibhav, for a wonderful presentation and a great idea pitch. We'll now request our jury to take some time, a minute, to complete scoring the team so far. While they make their assessments, we'll again have some more fun. So, why don't we have another round of interesting trivia question about Reliance? The rules remains the same. All you got to do is try to guess the answers in the comment section. And again, the first person to answer correctly will be the winner for this round. Here we go. All right, so we have a winner, Rishabh Singh. You have guessed it right. You may reach out to us on our social media platform and handles or write it to us at support@unstop.com. Moving on, we are now ready for our next team. I'd like to call upon My India Now from DY Patil Vidyapeeth, Pune.
हेलो नमस्ते, मेरा नाम विवेक है और इस 3 मिनट की वीडियो में मैं आपको मेरा आइडिया समझाने वाला हूँ और एक्सप्लेन करने वाला हूँ। बेसिकली मैं बताना चाहूँगा कि ये मेरा फर्स्ट एआई प्रोजेक्ट नहीं है। अभी 3 महीने पहले ही मैंने अपना सबसे पहला एआई प्रो ट्रेडिंग सिग्नल ऐप लॉन्च किया है और अभी तक हमने सिंगल रुपीज़ कॉइन भी खर्च नहीं किया है इसके मार्केटिंग में और हमारे पास 6548 यूजर्स है। अभी गूगल पे हम देखें तो एक्टिव अभी इस ऐप का आप देख रहे होंगे यहाँ पे लोगो है और इसका ऐप का अभी तक 5700 लोग ने डाउनलोड कर लिया है और लास्ट मंथ की अर्निंग हमारी है 96,883 रुपीज़। ओके, सो ये मेरा फर्स्ट एआई प्रोजेक्ट नहीं है जो मैं आपको दिखाने वाला हूँ और इसका मैंने आपको मैं प्रोटोटाइप पे लेके चलता हूँ जो मैंने एआई बनाया है प्लेटफॉर्म। वन शॉट सोल्यूशन मतलब सारी चीज़ों आपको एक प्लेटफॉर्म पे मिलेगी। ओके, कोड जनरेट करना है तो कोड जनरेट कर पाओगे, इमेज जनरेट करना है तो इमेज जनरेट कर पाओगे, आर्टिकल चाहिए एसईओ आर्टिकल चाहिए आर्टिकल मिल जाएगा, ए टू जेड स्टार्ट मतलब आपको कुछ करने की जरूरत नहीं है। वॉइस जनरेट करना है, वॉइस ओवर बनाना है वो मिल जाएगा। ओके, अभी मोर देन स्पेशलाइज 200 प्लस स्पेशलाइज पर्सन है। ट्रैवलर गाइड हो गया, स्टार्टअप नेम रिलेशनशिप कोच हो गया। ओके, और ये आपसे बात करेंगे, आपको टाइप करने की जरूरत नहीं है, आप बस यहाँ पे बोलो। ओके, और आपको वो बोलते हुए आपको रिप्लाई किया जाएगा। ओके, ये स्पेशलाइज पर्सन है। यहाँ पे लीगल एडवाइजर हो गया, मोर देन 200 प्लस लोग हैं। एआई चैट हो गया, मीन्स आप यहाँ पे कोड डिस्क्राइब करो, आपको कोड मिल जाएगा। आप वेबसाइट का कोड डालो, बोले कि प्लीज डिजाइन विद दिस थिंग। आप बोलोगे ब्लैक बॉक्स पे भी तो वो कर सकते हैं, नहीं ब्लैक बॉक्स पे आपको सारी चीजें नहीं मिलेगी, आपको 3-4 पेज का मिलेगा। चैट जीपीटी पे 3-4 पेज का मिलेगा, यहाँ पे पूरा कोड के साथ सीएसएस मिल जाएगा। ओके, सबसे यूनिक है यहाँ पे इमेज जनरेशन के लिए। आप मिड जर्नी यूज करते होंगे इमेज जनरेशन के लिए। ओके, मिड जर्नी पे जाते होंगे, आप प्रॉम्प्ट डालते होंगे प्लीज गिव मी द रियलिस्टिक, वो सब बहुत प्रॉम्प्ट डालना कई लोगों के लिए बहुत पथेटिक हो जाता है। आपके लिए मैंने बहुत आसान कर दिया, बस आप सेलेक्ट करो रियलिस्टिक चाहिए, एब्स्ट्रैक्ट चाहिए, 3D मॉडल चाहिए। ओके, कैसा चाहिए बस यहाँ पे सेलेक्ट करो इमेज, प्रॉम्प्ट डालो और इमेज जनरेट हो जाएगा और वो आप यूज कर सकते हो। आपका कुछ ऐसा प्रोजेक्ट है जो वॉइस रिलेटेड है, वॉइस में डालिए और यहाँ पे वो चीज़ें बन के रेडी हो जाएगी। ओके, मेरा मेरा 3 मिनट में मुझे कंप्लीट करना है प्रोजेक्ट वीडियो, जिसमें मैं फास्ट लेके जाऊंगा। एआई वॉइस ओवर, यहाँ पे चीज़ें आप टाइप करो, यहाँ पे चीज़ें टाइप करो और आपको वो वॉइस ओवर में कन्वर्ट कर देगा। ओके, यहाँ पे टेम्पलेट सेक्शन में मोर देन 200 प्लस चीज़ें हैं, आपको प्रॉम्प्ट की डालने की जरूरत नहीं है। क्या खास बात है हमारे प्लेटफॉर्म पे, यहाँ पे आप इमेज टाइटल डालिए, प्रोजेक्ट कुछ भी रहे, आर्टिकल, और यहाँ पे फोकस कीवर्ड डालिए और यहाँ पे एक ही जगह पे आप आर्टिकल एडिट भी कर सकते हैं और पीडीएफ वर्ड सारी चीज़ों में आप कन्वर्ट करके डाउनलोड भी कर सकते हैं। ओके, और ये सर्च इंजन ऑप्टिमाइज आर्टिकल्स मिलेंगे जो भी आप यहाँ पे चीज़ें करोगे। ओके, और यहाँ पे बेस्ट है हमारा बिजनेस मॉडल कैनवा में मैं एक्सप्लेन करूँगा, लेकिन 3 मिनट के वीडियो में मैं नहीं कर सकता। ओके, और बहुत सारे फीचर्स है जो मैं 3 मिनट के वीडियो में नहीं कर सकता। ओके, बट यहाँ पे मेरा ऐप भी मैंने रेडी बना लिया है। नॉट अ आइडिया, नॉट अ इमेजिनेशन आइडिया, मैंने इसके लिए काम किया है, 2-3 साल इसके लिए मेहनत किया है। ओके, और दिस इज द थिंग। थैंक यू। हेलो नमस्ते, ये माई इंडिया नाउ, हम बेसिकली हमने अपने देश को आगे लेके जाने के लिए मैं एम लेके चल रहा हूँ एआई फील्ड में। बेसिकली अभी हम जो देखते हैं कि एआई जो मार्केट है वो $1 ट्रिलियन मार्केट कैप का वो फील्ड है और यहाँ पे जो मोनोपोली है यूएस कंपनीज, चाइनीज कंपनीज सबकी है। हम देख रहे हैं यहाँ पे हम हमारे मार्केट में जब भी चैट जीपीटी है, यहाँ पे 100 बिलियन ट्रैफिक यूजर है, ब्लैक बॉक्स है ये एआई प्लेटफॉर्म पे, 50 मिलियन लोग यूज करते हैं। मिड जर्नी इमेज जनरेशन के लिए 60 मिलियन लोग यूज करते हैं। गूगल का हो गया, जितने सारे प्लेटफॉर्म है सारे चाइनीज और यूएस के कंपनीज है जो ये बनाती है और हम यूज करते हैं आज के डेट में। ऐसा एक कोई इंडियन कंपनीज नहीं है जो एआई फील्ड के नाम पे जाना जाए और ये देखा जाए तो बहुत बड़ा मार्केट है। तो इसमें से अभी मैंने आपको बताया था कि चाइना एंड यूएस का ये मोनोपोली है और इनके पास मोर देन बिलियन लोगों का डेटा एक्सेस है उनके पास और ये वन ऑफ द बिग चीज़ें हैं जो हमें ध्यान देनी चाहिए। और इवन हमने उनमें से 1% भी ग्लोबल आज के डेट में 2023 में जितना ट्रैफिक है, उनमें से हमने 1% भी, 5 मिलियन भी यूजर अपने प्लेटफॉर्म पे ला लिए, जो एक प्लेटफॉर्म पे आपको सारा चीज देने वाला है, जो अभी मार्केट में कहीं भी ऐसा चीज अवेलेबल नहीं है। ओके, वो ट्राई भी करने आएंगे तो हम उनसे एक मंथ में $4 लाख बनाएंगे। $4 लाख बिना ऐड दिखा के सिंपल ऐड दिखा के, हम सब्सक्रिप्शन भी नहीं बेचेंगे, वो सिंपल ऐड दिखा के हम $4 लाख बनाएंगे। दिस इज वन ऑफ द थिंग जो मुझे मेरे आइडिया के लिए पागल कर रही है। और अभी मैंने देखा है सर, बेसिकली बहुत सारे एआई कंपनीज है जो इमेज जनरेशन, आर्टिकल जनरेशन, आजकल का तो होस्टिंग फील्ड में भी है। ओके, ये सारे यूएस की कंपनीज, नॉट इंडियन कंपनीज। सो ये सोचने वाली बात है। और हमने एक ऐसा प्लेटफॉर्म बनाया है जो आपको एक ही जगह पे सारा चीज़ देने वाला है, और यहाँ पे कोई क्वालिटी कॉम्प्रोमाइज़ नहीं हो रहा है। आपको बेस्ट क्वालिटीज़ और सबसे बेस्ट क्वालिटीज़ मिलने वाला है। आप एक ही जगह पे आप इमेज आपको टाइप करने की भी ज़रूरत नहीं है। हमने इतना फ्रेंडली चीज़ें बना दी है, आप बस बोलोगे और वो चीज़ें हो जाएगी। सर, हमारे अभी तक 37 ऐप्स है प्ले स्टोर पे, मोर देन 10 मिलियन प्लस यूजर्स है, हमारे एक्टिव यूजर्स है हमारे ऐप सब पे। तो हम इस फील्ड में न्यू नहीं है, और हमने बहुत मेहनत किया इसे बनाने के लिए। हम इसे आगे लेके जाना चाहते हैं। थैंक यू। हेलो।
Yeah, Vivek.
Yes.
Thank you for the nice presentation and very passionate. That's very good to see. मेरा सिर्फ एक सवाल है, जैसा कि आप कह रहे थे कि चाइना और अमेरिका सब लोग आगे हैं, तो लॉट ऑफ द प्रेजेंटेशन वाज अराउंड कि हमारे को इंडिया से भी कुछ करना चाहिए।
Yes, sir.
मेरा सवाल है कि ऐसा, प्लीज स्पीक अबाउट व्हाट इज मोर यूनिक इन योर प्रोडक्ट। ऐसा क्या खास है जो वो लोग उन लोग का प्रोडक्ट छोड़ के आपका प्रोडक्ट यूज करेंगे लोग?
सर, हमारे पास सर्च इंजन ऑप्टिमाइज आर्टिकल मिलता है। अब जब आप चैट जीपीटी पे टाइप करते हो कि प्लीज़ गिव मी आर्टिकल, मीन्स कि आप प्लीज़ गिव मी अ सर्च ऑप्टिमाइज आर्टिकल, ओके, आपको वो कभी सर्च इंजन ऑप्टिमाइज आर्टिकल नहीं देगा। अपने वेबसाइट पे पेश करोगे, वो गूगल के फर्स्ट 3, चौथे, 5वें नंबर पर रैंक नहीं होगा। आप इमेज जब चाहते हो, आपको हर चीज़ के लिए पे करना पड़ रहा है सर। जो चीज़ें वो आपके लिए फ्री में अवेलेबल होने वाली है, और वो चीज़ें हम यहाँ पे दे रहे हैं। हमारे पास हमने इस तरीके से प्रॉम्प्ट इंजीनियरिंग का यूज़ किया है कि आपको वन शॉट और बेस्ट सर्च इंजन ऑप्टिमाइज चीज़ें मिलेगी, जो इजीली रैंक हो पाएगी किसी भी सर्च इंजन प्लेटफॉर्म पे, इवन गूगल, किसी भी प्लेटफॉर्म पे। और ये हमने टेस्ट किया है सर। और हमने अभी तक, हमारा जो एआई है वो 5% प्लेगरिज्म देता है। जो आप कहीं भी चैट जीपीटी भी यूज़ करते होंगे, वो 20% प्लस प्लेगरिज्म देता है। ये यूनिक चीज़ें अभी तक मार्केट में कहीं नहीं है। हमने सारा मार्केट रिसर्च करके रखा है सर इसके लिए।
ओके, थैंक यू वैभव।
थैंक यू सर।
मंडल जी, ये बताइए, आपको रोक क्या रहा है अभी? यू ऑलरेडी लॉन्च्ड, आपने शायद
नहीं नहीं
बोला कि
नहीं
फ्यू।
नहीं नहीं सर, अभी तक हमने ये लॉन्च नहीं किया। ये प्रोटोटाइप आपको मैंने दिखाया है, ये अभी वेब फॉर्म है, और एंड्रॉयड के लिए हमने डेवलप कर दिया है, लेकिन आईओएस के लिए हमारे पास फंडिंग नहीं है सर। हम इसके लिए डेवलप करना चाहते हैं, बस आईओएस के लिए हमारे पास अभी पैसे ख़त्म नहीं हो गए। मैंने पूरा पूरा पैसा इन्वेस्ट कर दिया है अपने ऐप के लिए, एंड्रॉयड के लिए और वेब फॉर्म के लिए।
नहीं तो एंड्रॉयड पे आपने लॉन्च किया?
नहीं सर, अभी तक लॉन्च नहीं किया। हम तीनों प्लेटफॉर्म पे एक साथ में ही लॉन्च करने वाले हैं, हर जगह पे। अभी तक ये प्रोटोटाइप जो आप देखा, वो अभी तक वो लाइव नहीं है। लोकल होस्ट पे होस्टेड है, ओनली एडमिन एक्सेस है। इसमें बहुत सारे चीज़ें और इम्प्रूव कर रहे हैं हम। बेस्ट एक्यूरेसी जो मार्केट में अभी जो है भी नहीं जिस जगह पे, वो चीज़ें हम लेके आ रहे हैं। अभी तक मार्केट में कहीं भी ऑडियो से बात करने वाला एआई नहीं है। आप उससे डायरेक्टली बात कर सकते हो, जैसे आप कॉल पे किसी से बात करते हो, आप उससे बात कर सकते हो। ऐसा कोई एआई है नहीं मार्केट में, मैंने नहीं देखा। मैंने वो चीज़ें ऐड की है सर, इंटरनेशनल लेवल के स्टैंडर्ड वाले क्वालिटी चीज़ें ऐड की है। एंड अभी ये iOS पे भी मुझे रिलीज करना है.
See,
Yes sir.
Vivek, right? Yeah. So, see, ये जो आप बोल रहे हैं ना कि what you can do versus showing what it does, right? There's a
Yes sir. Yes
difference,
sir.
right? So, if it is so good, today nothing is stopping you from launching it on Android,
Yes
and
sir.
you don't need any funding if your Android app is ready,
Yes sir.
right? Such is the market, right?
Yes
And
sir.
then once you have some traction, then you can always scale it up, right? Because so far, we just have to go by your words that it is the best,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, I
So
understood sir.
people have to see it, people have to use it, and people have to believe it,
यस सर,
right?
इसके लिए हम और भी बहुत सारे फीचर्स ऐड कर रहे हैं, इसीलिए हमने अभी तक लॉन्च नहीं किया है. एंड्रॉयड के लिए भी हमारे पास अभी ये एंड्रॉयड के लिए डेवलप कर रहे हैं. वेब फॉर्म फुल्ली डेवलप्ड है और उसको हम आई थिंक नेक्स्ट ईयर 2024 में वेब फॉर्म लॉन्च कर रहे हैं अपना फर्स्ट. इसका नाम हम दाविंची हमने ये कॉपीराइटेड है, लेकिन हम अपना इसका नाम रखने वाले myindianow.ai और इसका डोमेन भी रजिस्टर हमारा कर लिया है हमने. सो इसे हम 2024 में लाइव कर रहे हैं ये प्रोजेक्ट को सर.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir.
All the
Thank you.
best.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Team My India Now. With that, we are left with our last presentation. For that, I would like to call upon Team ABM 20012 from IIM Lucknow. Over to you guys.
Drug discovery is a process that requires billions of dollars of investment and decades of research to bring a drug from bench to bedside. Drug docking is a process where the drug molecule or the ligand combines with the target protein in order to subvert its effect. If the binding is successful, that is, preferred orientation in binding and high binding affinity is achieved, then the drug is further tested through trials at various levels.
Currently, the process of drug docking is adopted through virtual docking, which basically simulates the process through use of various softwares. But virtual docking can significantly accelerate the process of drug discovery, although lagging in the current rate of expansion of chemical databases, which already exceed billions of molecular records. The increasing use of AI in healthcare industry has brought significant advancements, but still lack transparency, which is the black box problem. Right, the lacking of current rate of expansion of chemical databases and the black box problem. When asked about the reasons behind its suggestions, the AI does not have an answer. Also, the drug discovery process is quite slow at this time.
So what is Turing's eye? Turing's eye is a one-stop solution that reduces drug discovery time by 50 folds. This is done because we use complex DD models, which is deep docking models with QSR models that are fed on the chemical library, and also ITRE, which is an explainable AI, which basically gives you the exact explanation how the AI got the particular result. This increases the trust. Secondly, the usage ranges from simple AI models that analyzes existing data to complex docking. So here you can see we have deep docked a protein and a ligand that has been fed into it. The Xi explanation basically gives you an animated explanation of how the docking happened, and the SHAP results, basically, this is using SHAP algorithm. This basically gives you the exact feature weights that contributed to the particular result. SHAP, there are 5+ algorithms that are available with Turing's Eye currently. This is the exact roadmap. We are basically at the MVP stage currently, and we soon would launch the desktop version in the third phase. For the market, we basically position Turing's Eye at a more easy to use and highly competitive accuracy. The revenue model basically is in the phase one. We aim for a freemium model where we give a $100 credit and charge a 50 cent per API call, and there will be a limitation on the computational complexity that can be performed. Moreover, after credit expiration, there will be subscription fees with Diamond, Platinum, Gold schemes. Later on, we'll additionally charge for specific APIs and plugins.
To improve our platform effectiveness, we actively seek feedback and surveys to improve our research initiatives. Recently, we have collaborated with Dr. Ravi Jaiswal, a medical oncologist based out of Chhattisgarh. Dr. Jaiswal is expert in cancer screening, bone marrow transplant, and hemato-oncology. We are also engaged with Care Hospital, a network of 16 hospitals based out of India. These initiatives, these engagement are our commitment to provide top-notch healthcare solutions. Thank you.
Is the PPT visible as such? Is the PPT visible? Anyone? Okay, okay. So we'll start. Okay. So yeah, Vishal, go on. Vishal, are you there? Okay. Maybe Vishal has a problem. Okay, we'll continue. Yeah, Vishal, go on.
Okay, so should I start?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Go on.
Okay. So there are basically three observable gaps in the drug discovery and healthcare industry. Basically, currently the industry lacks the current rate of expansion of chemical databases, and there is the black box nature of advanced AI models, and over 10 years are required to bring a new drug into the market.
So, what is Turing's Eye? It's a one-stop solution again, uh, and that basically reduces drug discovery time by 50 folds. Now, there are how does it do it? Basically, it uses deep docking models, as we explained. It uses QSR models that are based on drug descriptions, and now and the chemical model databases, which are basically publicly available. We have also integrated Xi, which is basically explainable AI, to give us the exact reasoning of the AI result as such, and give us the feature weights. So here is a overview of the software. So here we have performed a simple AI model on skin cancer data, and we have then performed a deep docking normally. So here basically it's a multi-layered and multi-modular software, so we can perform very simple to very complex studies on this. Deep docking here is being done here with protein and ligand as the inputs, and the Xi basically gives us the animated solution, the reasoning how the docking happened. We have around 5 plus Xi algorithms available with Turing Xi currently, with SHAP, Lime, Li5, etc. It also gives us the feature weights of the proteins, exactly why the result came. The roadmap basically suggests that the roadmap we plan is that Turing Xi APIs is what we want to build initially. Later on, the web app beta version will be launched. Subsequently, the desktop version and the data enrichment will be continuously be done. The positioning of Turing Xi is at a very high ease of use and a very competitive accuracy compared to the existing popular softwares that exist in this industry. Moreover, for the revenue model, we'll be focusing more on the beta testing and maximizing the website sign on initially and the data enrichment. Later on, we'll be going towards the market adoption and industry penetration as such. Ishita, you can continue. Ishita, you're muted actually, Ishita.
Sorry, next slide, please.
Yeah.
Yeah. To improve our platform's effectiveness, we actively seek feedback through surveys and mentorship programs. And we've also collaborated with Dr. Ravi Jaiswal, who's a medical oncologist based out of Chhattisgarh, who specializes in cancer screening, immunotherapy, and bone marrow transplant, to name a few, thus broadening the scope, the application scope of our platform. And owing to our commitment towards providing better healthcare solutions, we are also engaged with Care Hospitals, which is a network of 17 healthcare facilities. So that brings us to the end of our presentation, and we are open to questions now.
Good presentation, guys. Just a quick question till Vaibhav is connected also.
Yeah.
Is this fast tracking that we're talking about, right?
Yeah.
How does this work with the drug approving authorities of the countries, so the drug controllers, the health ministry, etc.? Because there is a certain time span which is expected for the clinical trials and all the hoops that you have to go through to make sure that the drugs are safe for usage. How does
Got
this exciting work with that?
Okay, so the clinical trials part is a part of the procedure of the exact drug discovery that is being done. We are focusing on the virtual docking part, which is basically suppose like COVID came in, right? So remdesivir was like discovered online or through Autodoc. So basically, how it was done was virtual docking has to be done initially to get the particular ligands that will basically dock on the protein, or the virus or something like that, and then as such fight it. And now to do that, we need to have, so basically currently Autodog and any other competitive softwares are using simple regression and ML model. So that increases the time, reduces the accuracy, also kind of has a limited accuracy as such still. So we reduce that particular time more on when this is done. So suppose we got the particular ligand that is suitable, right? Now to basically get an explanation to it, we have introduced Xi. So basically this basically gives us more trust into it. So if the reasoning is more clear, because with the introduction of OpenAI and even more complex models that are currently there, these AI models are dynamic. So we can't really have the layered approach that is basically one layer of CNN, one layer of MNN, and just giving up the result. So that isn't happening. There are more complex models that we need an explanation every time dynamically. So that is how Xi then solves this problem. So we get that transparency part, we get the exact explanation why the result came in, and also we get the docking which is already there. Now the docking is enhanced using our QSR models that are being done with the deep docking method. So that is how it is being done. We are basically fastening up the virtual docking part, the software's part, and the clinical trials, the physical clinical trials would be done by the authorities as such, whoever, the pharmaceutical industry or anything. That is not our scope as such.
So, what portion of time you think is optimized by doing this in terms of, let's say, the whole drug discovery and approval process? Let's say is 365 is 12 months.
Okay.
What kind of a time frame are you looking to optimize by use of this tool?
Okay.
Are you
So I would
proposing in?
say, okay. Sorry. Okay. So basically, like two-thirds of the time is basically put on for the research part in general, as such. So that part is basically done on the industry without any clinical trials as such, because that time the drug is just being discovered as such digitally. Once it is done, then they are put on to the particular spectroscopies in the laboratories, and then the drug is basically manufactured for, as such a sample is manufactured. Then we go towards maybe a trial of whoever it is, maybe a rats or whatever. So that is the second part as such, or third part as such. So the two-thirds part is what we are focusing on and reducing the time for.
And what's the proposal? What is your theory that will reduce the two-third time by how much?
Got it. So no, so yeah, so exactly the time would vary, because again this varies according to what usage we are using it for. So particular complex viruses might take more time as such, but as such, what we aim is that we have solved two main time taking problems, two main constraints as such, which is first of all the docking part, which is basically done using deep docking. So now the deep docking is actually getting, we have a paper on it basically, so that basically reduces time around 47-50% and gives us an accuracy more than 80% in general. So if you see regression models, they give us a 30 to 80% range. So that increases the accuracy, let's more decreases the time as such, and also we have the Xi to basically help you with the
Okay.
legal authorities.
All right. Yeah.
Just
Thanks.
to
Vaibhav?
just to add on, sorry for interrupting. Just to add on what Purnashish said here, right? We also, as the database increases, right? As the database increases, the time will be reduced. The dependency is exponential, right? As the database increases, the speed increases exponentially, right? So initially, when the database is less, the speed would not vary as much, right? It won't be reduced by as much. But as the database increases, it would be reduced exponentially. That's the concept actually.
Okay, thank you. Who are your competitors?
Okay, so the competitors are basically, it's an existing market. Obviously, there are quite many softwares, as we had shown in the marketing analysis part. So we have like many softwares like Autodoc, mostly ICM, which is even more accurate as such, Doc, Glide, etc. So these are some of the competitors basically which are being used widely currently. So the things that we solve here is that for ICM, suppose ICM is a bit more accurate, but then again use decreases the use of use. It's mostly used after a lot of training the particular user. But this is basically can be used from normal students, medical research students, or someone like that to bigger pharmaceutical research. So that is one of the things that we bring in. Secondly, with the traditional softwares that are open source, like PyRx, etc. So our models basically give way more better results than that. So in the particular space of open source and open source drug discovery as such, we compete at that part also. So yeah,
So
that basically
have
puts us.
do you have a product ready?
Yeah, so we are at the particular MVP stage, but we are not exactly complete with the MVP. But yeah, it's a working model. There are some bugs and enhancements that have to be done yet, so not yet complete exactly. But yeah, we have a
Okay.
product. Yeah.
Thank you. All the best.
Thank you, sir. Should we leave?
Thank you so much, guys, for an amazing presentation. Now, kudos to all the participating team. Let me tell you guys, all of you were absolutely stunning. The variety of innovative ideas showcased in this round is truly remarkable. Today's contest has heightened the bar with the promise to make this journey even more intense in the days to come. As you know, the winners of today's elimination round will be stepping into the regional finale of TUP 9.0, where you will be battling against winners of the other elimination rounds. Now, to quell the curiosity as to the winner and runners up for today's elimination round, the suspense will have to linger a bit longer. Rest assured, the results of today's elimination round will be declared on our social media handles shortly. So keep those social media notifications active. As we conclude this round of this competition, we would like to express our heartfelt appreciation to the jury members here for their insightful questions on each of the ideas presented today. We thank the audience and the teams for making this an interactive and exciting event with their futuristic ideas. All the very best, everyone. You were really, really amazing. With that, this is me, Meenal Singh, signing off for today. Keep following us on our social media handles and stay tuned for further updates. Stay abreast with all the exciting things going down on our social platforms. We shall see you real soon during the TUP 9.0 regional finale. Until then, take care and have a great day ahead.